Why is it a disaster every single time it's been tried? Because they used to say, look at Denmark. Their social democrats took it. They just got eviscerated in local elections. They lost Copenhagen for the first time in a century. Why does this never work? Now, I'm not saying you have to take a maximally left-wing view.
Right, of course.
You have to take positions that don't offend your own voters.
Right.
Now, I know that sounds wild, but actually not being offensive to the people whose votes you need, that's sort of what politics is. Look, it has not worked, right? And let me tell you why it's not worked. It's not worked because politics isn't just about policy, it's about values. Politics isn't just about how many visas does the government issue. It's about, do we believe that a diverse society is an acceptable thing or even a good thing? Or do we believe a society where everyone looks and thinks alike will be better and stronger? That is a values distinction, right? When you approach an electorate, you are not just approaching them with, here's the 10 things we're going to do. That's part of it. That's important. You are approaching them with, here is what we believe. The belief, the values are how voters decide whether they trust a politician or not, whether they will stay with them when times get tough, and if they understand what the politician is doing. Now, if you compromise enough on policy, you essentially contradict yourself on values. Starmer right now is attacking reform for being racist, which they assuredly are. But on what basis does he say that? On the one hand, he seems to think it's wrong for reform to say that the UK is being colonised by immigrants.
Right.
I agree. That seems like a less than nice thing to say.
Yes. Right.
But at the same time, Starmer, as I previously said, has said they have done incalculable harm to the UK.
Seems
so
kind of
which
similar.
is it?
Yeah.
Right? And so what you end up with is, if you look at politics in terms of what are the values that parties are communicating, what is the story they are telling you about what has gone wrong with the country and how to fix it? What you end up with is a competition between a coherent story on the far right, that what's gone wrong is too many immigrants and we need to kick them out,